What's up, fight fans? I'm J.Cotto. Welcome to J.Cotto's fight page. And basically, we're gonna talk about what's going on with this Adrian Broner thing about him robbing somebody or some shit, gun button, then punching him unconscious. Well, let's just say this, man. We all know the shit on Adrian Broner. We all know what the fuck happens. You know what I'm saying? When it's close to fight time, shit like this always happens. He catches a charge, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it happens. But I tell you guys one thing right now. We shouldn't jump the gun yet. I don't think he's stupid enough to actually put something up for some type of sacrificial, you know what I'm saying, fuckery like that. I don't think he's gonna be that stupid to throw that much money away, as well as his fucking career. Um, if this is true, then yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I mean, let's be a man. Let's call a spade a spade. But now, if he did not do these things, and this is just some fuckery coming from somebody else, and we all know who the fuck it be, and I think that I'm gonna have the Oracle take a nice look into this because I got a feeling. I've got that fucking bad feeling that the big guys are fucking with him simply because he said fuck Floyd and he wants to pull away. Now, I'm not trying to give anybody an angle here, but I'm just saying, take a look at it. Only if this is not true. I don't know what else to say about the situation, but I happen to be an Adrian Broner fan. I like the way the kid throws hands, but at the same time, I don't like when he puts himself in a position where he looks like a fucking idiot. And I'm more than sure real boxing fans agree with what the fuck I'm saying. The kid is talented, but he's a problem child. Now, it would be a big total contradiction. This is why I say I don't think no human being is stupid enough to say he's got enough money to just throw away in Walmart like that, like he did the other day, and upset a whole lot of people to then get arrested to robbing somebody for money. That would fucking be the most dumbest fucking move on behalf of a rich boxer. That's just like that rumor going around that fucking Biggie Smalls, a fucking accomplished rapper, robbed somebody for a sully. What a fucking rumor. You feel what I'm saying? So let's not jump the gun yet. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Peace to MMA Boxing Talk. Just finished watching this video on the prize fighter from Vegas quacking off on Gennady Golovkin. And that's one thing, another thing I want to talk about. Guys, you got to understand, man. The prize fighter from Vegas is definitely not going to appreciate or recognize anyone who's going to surpass him or who's accomplishing other feats that he didn't even A, look at, or B, bother to look at. You know what I mean? And there's a big difference between that because, you know, to set records is exactly what greats are made of. You know what I mean? To actually accomplish in the sport and set these feats and break records and set records and just leave your mark within the sport besides the mark of the most richest or highest paid athlete. You know what I mean? I have to say, so far, the Manny Pacquiao fight was in part of Mayweather Promotions because he's supposed to be a promoter, and it sucks. It sucked. That was the first match. I think he threw a couple more, and they all fucking sucked. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a boxing fan with an opinion, but fuck you, you can't touch me regardless, whatever. It is what it is, man. Everybody's protected. It is what it is, man. Piece of the Oracle. It's just, this fuckery, man. This is exactly what made me start hashtag come back to boxing. And it's still there. So I'm still here. We're still here. The thing that I don't like about Floyd is that he's jealous, man. He's a jealous fucking guy. Very envious, and it's seen. It's there. It's there. And, you know, people who follow him, you have to wake up. Not telling you to hate the guy, not telling you to no, 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 but just wake up. If you really follow him and you pride yourself behind the whole, TBE thing, you gotta wake the fuck up. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, because you know what I'm saying. The best ever, that's all a facade, man. That's all a facade. You know what I mean? And if you really look on a lot of professional, should I say, boxing experts, and if you look at their pound for pound lists, Floyd, the prize fighter from Vegas, is basically somewhere in between number 25 and probably 20. But you see, so it's very hard to throw him in an argument across the table in a debate with greats. The same thing with Canelo now. Canelo Alvarez is holding a fucking strap that was built to defend and compete for at the weight of 160 pounds. And he dares to disrespect everything the greats fought for and build legacy off, the 160 division, to actually say that he is going to fight at 155 with the title. So now the strap is a 160 and now it's a 155. That's fucking ridiculous. It's disrespectful. It's shameful to the sport. The WBC should be ashamed of themselves. They keep letting this thing ride. I just have to say, man, WBC to me actually stands for what boxing commission? Because these guys aren't doing anything about nothing. See, the reason why they let Floyd Mayweather ride, and I was talking to, the boxing analyst for hashtag come back to boxing radio, Mr. Logan, and aka the Green Lantern, he basically broke it down, to me and told me, man, it's just, a thing where if it's just the whole thing. It's complicated to most, and it's simple to the hardcore listener, because I'm trying to find the terms to break it down so it can be simple. Period. It just comes to the point that when it comes to a boxer like Canelo, and he's got a lot of fans, and then most of the fans are biased, and you know they allow the fuckery and they let it go. You see, so what Mr. Logan was telling me was the WBC basically allowed Floyd, or should I say the prize fighter from Vegas, to hold them straps and allowed him to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do, is because now I understand the reason why Miguel Cotto vacated his title, let the shit go. Because they were charging $300,000 and $500,000 just to hold the fucking title. So of course, the prize fighter from Vegas could afford that, so he paid them off. So I mean, if somebody's giving you 500, like $500,000 or something like that to hold the fucking title, wouldn't you let them fucking do whatever the fuck they wanted to do under your fucking boxing commission? Exactly. And if you said no, I can't say you're full of shit because I'm one of the people that say, nah, not really, not under my rule. I feel you, I feel you. But if you were them, full of greed, of course, right? So that's exactly what's happening. So you got to see these things, and you just got to open your eyes, and know who the real fucking hard workers are. You know what I mean? This shit with Gennady Golovkin and Andre Ward. Listen, Ward fights on Saturday. If Barrera washes Ward, Ward was never going to be able to handle Kovalev, and Ward was never going to be able to handle Triple G. And that's just what it is. It's not a triangle theory. It's a fact simply because of the fucking insignificant time he took off, okay? His ring rust if he loses. Now, if he wins in a convincingly fashion, then we can say Andre Ward is no fucking joke. I wouldn't agree with the pound for pound because he still would have a lot of pound for pound fighting to do, but he wouldn't be pound for pound number one for me right then and there just yet. But I would say if it's impressive, yes, Andre Ward is nothing to be reckoned with right now, and we need to, sit back and let the man breathe. But I just don't agree with all this time that he took off, especially us being boxing fans and a lot of fighters that we used to follow that used to fight. That's why I emphasize the word used, right? It just, or should I say words used too? Like, you got to understand, it just gets to the point that, these fighters we used to follow, they used to fight. And now these fighters don't fight. These fighters want leverage. Leverage. And they want the physical leverage. And they try to put the physical leverage into business terms. And if that doesn't come to fruition for them, then what they do is they price themselves out now. See? So now it becomes more of a fucking skirt wearing fucking, how do you say, meeting, or any word as to that, you fill in the fucking blanks, fight fans. But I'm just saying, man, it's a bunch of bullshit. This is why a lot of people are saying that boxing, some people are saying boxing is already passe, and I'm saying it's almost there, man. But at the same time, we've got a lot of great fighters that we just can't turn our backs on, and we got to keep punching the way they stay punching. So let's just give more interest into the sport and follow, all these fighters and speak up when the fuckery's, happening, because these motherfuckers, excuse me for 1 second. These motherfuckers are crazy. They're trying to tarnish something that's a fucking tradition. I keep saying tradition. It's just as traditional as baseball, basketball, football. And for a motherfucker to put on a pair of boxing gloves and to have skill, but then to diminish the sport and his self as well, and to actually kick and scream when no fan agrees with him, and then to fuck people over that are close to him, and to fuck other fighters over and try to kill a pay-per-view model. I just have to say that's very fucked up, guys. And this is why I just don't agree with half the shit that's going on. And this is why I speak up. Enjoy your fail-safe switch that the Oracle left you. It's basically, it blocks the trolls, and it also, prevents people from hacking you. So enjoy that, guys. That's the hashtag come back to boxing / hashtag Hall of Justice type security you get when you're following us. And it's just becoming to the point that people are trying to stop a movement that is not going to be able to be stopped. And that's just basically it, man. I just needed to speak on these things because a lot of people are giving up on the sport. And they're moving to MMA. And it's all good. They can move to MMA. Nothing wrong with that. MMA should be respected. I didn't like what MMA was doing in the beginning where they was shaming boxing because boxing is more of a tradition and it's been out way before MMA. You know? I didn't like what it was doing before because MMA, no matter how, I mean, boxing already had its big head start. So it would never be at the caliber or the level that boxing's at. It can only make its own stage, and that's exactly what it's doing. And congratulations to it, but with the help of boxing, you see. So it just gets to the point that okay, if these boxers, I mean, if these boxing fans are gonna move to MMA, they move to MMA by all means, but do not disrespect the sport or put it down, because you'll always find yourself flicking through a boxing match. I guarantee you that. That's like in your whole life, every day, you will always see the color red. So you got to understand that you cannot diminish a sport that's already too big for life, man. You know what I'm saying? And MMA is a very good sport, but at the same time, I can say this, and you can do the research on it. Within the past 10 years, if you compare boxing and MMA on who has got caught using more performance enhancing drugs, there you have it. That's right, MMA. Yeah, it's a hard sport, of course. Understood. They need to get ahead because certain injuries, and I can understand that. Just like I understand in pro wrestling, they needed shit too. But at the same time, there's always a time and place to take that shit. Like when you're on sabbatical, when you're off on an injury and you need the steroid to heal quicker. Shit like that. Not before a match. Not while you're still competing either. So, there you have it, fight fans. That's my opinion on boxing so far. And peace to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? 10 players, man. Thanks for the big up, brother. I hope you guys like the hashtag Come Back to Boxing Radio broadcast. Everybody. I'm going to have one Friday. It's going to be 5 p.m. tomorrow, 5 p.m., 30 minutes. You know what I mean? We're just going to talk or whatever about some boxing topics, of course, and have some fun. Peace to the boxing junkie. Peace to you, my brother, for calling in, being part of the panel. It was great to have you on. It was awesome. Everybody else, man, Shady Slim, Mr. Boxing Today. Everybody, man. Coach Harrison. Everybody. Hulk, Mr. Hulk 333. Everybody, man, just stay up. Do your thing. Karan Bread, my brother. Peace to you. Reed from Newark. Also, Andre Lewis. You know what I mean? Geneva Warren. Veronica Gonzalez. Of course, Mr. Logan. And, everybody over at the UK as well, man. Hashtag Come Back to Boxing. Getting stronger. Peace of the Fight Guru as well. It's getting big, man. It's all us. Us, unity. You know what I'm saying? We got this. Let's keep boxing alive, as well as hope. I'm J.Cotto. Thank you for joining my fight page. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace.